What's up, guys? Greeny and Rob. Today we're gonna have a little sit down with Rob and talk about his experience after living in Thailand for 1 year. If you guys remember, I did a video with Rob when he was here for 2 months. An American that sold everything and moved to Thailand. Well, he's been here 1 year now, and we're gonna talk a little bit about his experience. We're over here in Pai at the banh mi, and the lady's making us a couple sandwiches. We're gonna head up to a lookout and talk about life in Thailand and things that he expected, things he didn't expect, what he's been doing. So let's get going. I always get asked the price, so yeah, here's the prices right here. 79 baht. Okay, these are our delicious snack to take up on the mountain and eat. And we're on the way. So we're here at the Doi Q Lam viewpoint, and literally the sun had just came out and now it just started raining. There's thunder in the background, and I'm not sure. We're gonna walk down to the end there to see the viewpoint and sit down, eat our lunch, talk about Rob's life in Thailand after 1 year. Check this out though, amazing. Just never know what you're gonna find here. Look at these plants, thunder in the background. All right, we're gonna take shelter here. All right, Rob, take shelter right here, huh?
Good spot.
Yeah.
Tropical paradise.
Wow, it's just like
Beautiful.
I wonder how far that drop off is out there. I wonder if we're going to be able to get to somewhere where we can really see over the edge. All right, guys, so we just picked up our lunch, our banh mi's, which we picked up a while ago. Oh my God. Dude, this weighs about 6 pounds. Holy shit. And we're going to have a little chit chat. So Rob, you're just about at the year point in Thailand. A lot of people watched that first video when you got here and they're like, oh, this guy's not going to make it. What an idiot. Americans stole everything. This guy's screwed, but you're still here after a year. You look great. You've been exercising. What have you been doing? Tell me your adventure that you've been doing.
Well, at that time, I definitely didn't know anything. I thought I knew something. I didn't know anything. I think, like we were saying before, it takes time for you to learn what you don't know, right?
All right.
I don't regret selling all my stuff. In fact, it actually helped a lot because I don't have any baggage to worry about. And as you know, I've been riding a bike everywhere. It's kept my life pretty simple.
Oh, yeah, we're going to talk about that.
Yeah, and things only got better, really. I mean, you know, it's not a straight line. You know, you got your ups and downs, and you learn along the way. But I think the most important thing, and we were talking about, you got to have an open mind, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think.
So when I talked to you last time, or a year ago about this, you were living in Cetus.
Yep.
So you got here and you were spending. You started off, you know, you got a sweet condo, everything.
Absolutely.
And then you've made a lot of changes since then. You went to different spots. Like, tell everybody, like, okay, so you started in Cetus.
Okay.
And then you kind of started living a little bit the Thai way, a little bit of the Thai lifestyle. You know, meeting friends and hanging out Thai style.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
No.
Tell them about your
All
progression all the way to where you are right now.
Okay, so I was living large. I was on the 41st floor. I could just see the ocean every day, beautiful sunsets. I'm thinking, wow, I can't get any better than this, you know. But it's not always like that, you know. I mean, there's some crowds, there's some noise, there's a lot of other people around, and you know, you're up and down in the elevator every day. So, and plus lockdown occurred. You know, so we were in lockdown for about 6-7 months, and gyms closed, pools closed. And I was getting a little stir crazy, so, and then I made the change to the Jomtien Plaza. And that was a quick change, and there's another story there. But that was kind of neat because I had the whole place to myself. I couldn't believe it. It was like that movie, I Am Legend, with Will Smith. It's like, it's like nobody there. So I had this whole big place to myself. It was kind of neat. I liked it. But then again, more lockdown. And as soon as lockdown ended, I had this bike, and I was riding it everywhere. And
Bicycle bike.
A pedal bike, right. I put it on the train and I headed to Sriracha. I wanted to get my pilot's license.
Right. And what kind of pilot? Like what kind of flying?
So, powered paramotor.
Okay. And explain like what that is like. Like what's the paramotor? What is that? People may not know it by name. They've seen it up in the air, which I know what it is, but you explain what it is.
So basically you got a wing and you got a harness with the engine on your back. You got a propeller and everything, and you got to launch yourself into the wind, and you got your lines. Really, you have
All right, let me interrupt you. You got like a big parachute type thing. It's like a parasailing thing.
A wing.
You call it a wing, but these people don't know what a wing is. They're thinking you're wearing wings and flying.
Okay.
You're using technical terms. You got dummies out there like me. So it's like, one of those paragliding parachute things.
It's a glider, yeah.
Glider.
Yeah.
And that thing on his back looks like a big fan. Big giant fan.
So it takes some practice and some training to really hone the skill of launching one of these things. You have to lay out the lines just right. You have to learn a technique to get it up in the air and when to give it gas and how to turn it and everything. It's not as easy as it looks. There's some videos, and you could probably cut to a video and show someone.
Yeah, maybe show some. I got some. Yeah. So, but you have to have a license to do that alone.
You should. If the authorities catch you, and you're not doing it right, they could make a fuss over it. So I do have a license, which is something I wanted to do. And that's probably the biggest thing here in Thailand. I'm really glad I did. I got a motorbike license, I got a car license, and I got a pilot. So I'm fully documented. And the thing too is they're very precise here. So you really should have your paperwork all squared away, your resident papers. Right. And every 90 days you have to make sure that you report your address, and that's important,
Right. So how long did you spend in Sriracha?
So it was only going to be a month.
Oh, tell them about your first place you rented there. So you went from, all right, so you started at Cetus, then you moved to, a decent place, but a little older. Then you went to
right.
And you didn't know. You just rented it and went there and showed up, and tell them what that next unit was like.
So it was called the Gorilla Condo, and it was right near this tiger zoo thing. And I think that was the only foraying in there. It's all Thais, and that's fine. Very noisy, very basic. It was a nice studio, but very small, as you have seen these places. You got a refrigerator, a bed, and a TV, and that's it. And on the patio, it wasn't anything to eat lunch on. It was just you had your laundry out there, and basically you dry your clothes on the balcony. That's all. That's what everybody did.
Right.
And that was okay. I mean, I didn't really spend that much time in the room, but you really
basic.
You got to bring your expectations down a little bit,
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you head to places like that,
Yeah. You really couldn't cook in there. I figured out a way to make noodles. Remember, I was showing you how I cut up vegetables and take hot water and make a little noodle soup every night.
So you switched to that to another condo or unit there, right? Did you have another one, or was that the only one you were?
That was the only one in
Sriracha?
Oh, wait, I'm sorry. So before I actually got that one, I was hopping around a bit. I had that Smile Resort.
That's what I'm talking about, the really
that
basic
one.
Tell them about that.
All right, so this is one of the ones most people would say no and walk away. In fact, that was like the Paradise Hotel California. Remember? And you walked and say, no way, it ain't happening.
A real shithole.
So I stayed at one of those. And it was clean. It just was really old and kind of, I don't know, different.
Funky.
Funky. So this was not the Hotel California. This was the Hotel
Arkansas. Arkansas.
Sriracha pain motel.
All right, so you made it through all those. Now let's talk about. Tell them about your voyage to Chiang Mai, the whole story with your bike and the train and everything.
So I was in Sriracha for, I'd say, about 2 months, and that got old. There's really nothing to do there. There's some nice night markets, and I did what I had to do, and it was time to go. I found out that there's a train station, I'd say about 3 or 4 kilometers away from the condo, and I got a bike rack on the back. There's a bicycle shop in town. For 700 baht, they changed my tires. They gave me an oil change on my bike. They put a bike rack on. These guys are great. I really have to recommend it's called the Ray Vaughan Bicycle Shop.
Stevie Ray Vaughan.
Stevie Ray Vaughan
okay.
Bicycle Shop. And then I found the train station. I got a train ticket to Bangkok, but nobody there spoke English, and they actually put me on a ticket that didn't have a freight car. So luckily, they put me in with the monks. I was just so happy to get to Bangkok.
I think I have a picture of that. I'll put that in.
Yeah.
So they can see that picture with you and the monks.
So I was sitting on a little couch like this. I had my bike next to me, and I rode up to Bangkok, and things really changed after that.
All right.
So I was in Bangkok for a night. I walked around and stayed at this hotel. Took care of some business. But it was really more about just changing my trains to get to Chiang Mai. So.
And then you got to Chiang Mai, and then so you stayed 1 month in Chiang Mai. I saw your place, like a normal little 1-bedroom studio thing.
It was a budget Airbnb.
How'd you like Chiang Mai?
I liked it and I didn't like it. I mean, it's like anything, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you got your pluses and minuses. Overall, I liked it. But it's way more crowded than I thought, especially where I was, my particular area. A completely different vibe than Pattaya. I mean, how would you explain it? It's just
it's more chill. But you were in that area that I stayed. What's that area called again? The Neiman, and that traffic there was, you hated it, right?
Oh, I didn't like it. But I mean, I could get by on my bike. If I had to take a motorbike or a car, you'd be sitting in gridlock every day for 10, 15 minutes. Just.
So you think your pedal bike?
Oh, I loved it.
Was better for you?
It was great, way better.
And then you rode it up to Doi Step one time.
Yep.
And then, so.
I rode it everywhere. I mean, I got to see the whole city. I got to see things that if you were in a car or a motorbike, you wouldn't be able to see because you're focusing on the road. But on a bike, you know, I could really just kind of integrate with the environment better. And the people drive very courteously. Even though I'm on the road with them, I didn't feel threatened, or I never felt in any danger. I would just ride with traffic. As long as they could see me, there was no issues. And
Right. Okay.
it really worked out well.
All right. And then we've been up here for a week. I met you, Rob. So besides all that, he's swimming every day. He's in the gym every day. And so he called me up here. Let's go up the Pie and hike around. It's going to be like Rob boot camp. And wow, it's got twice as foggy. We're in the middle of a cloud right now. We're in a rain cloud.
Yeah, good thing we're in this hut, huh?
And it's cold up here. The sun came out for a second, and it was warm, and now it's freezing.
Yep.
But all right. So what was so far, what do you think your favorite place was up here?
Definitely pie. I mean, this experience being here is like a tree hugger's paradise. Vegan shops, tie-dyed T-shirts. You know, like you were wearing one the other day. That trip to Burma was amazing. I know I shouldn't. Epic.
Boiled eggs.
Oh yeah.
Crunchy granola, I call it.
Crunchy granola.
That's what it is up here. Yoga, chill, lots of dreadlocks on Caucasian people.
Oh, and fanny packs, right?
Yeah, Rob's got his fanny pack. Me and Rob just had a long discussion about his fanny pack.
You know, I wouldn't wear one of these in the D. I wouldn't wear one of these at home. But here in Thailand, you just kind of go, like you said, go with the flow.
Well,
right?
like you were saying, every time you leave the house, you got to have your wallet,
Good point. Yeah.
keys, a mask.
Your coronavirus and then your vaccination certificate, because a lot of places they want to see.
Well, here we came in the national park right at the
go.
gate. You got to show your vaccine. So we have an app from in Thailand. There's an app. You just go on the app and show it to them. It's easy peasy. It's funny, like my kid's certificate from the United States is just this shitty little piece of paper from the CDC that my kid filled out himself. Like anybody, they sell those. Like it's so, I don't know. But wow, it's freezing. I think, go ahead, start eating, Rob. I think we're going to get out of here in a minute.
So, like we said, keys, wallet, cell phone, COVID, mask. That's 5 right there. Cash. I mean, you know, you got to be organized. You really do.
And you really need your phone here because with the banking, the QR codes, and you can pay for things. They call it prompt pay, QR pay. You can tell them about what you found out, the banking, the ATMs,
is so cool.
Which I do all the time.
Cardless withdrawal. Now, I didn't even know of such a thing. So I can take my cell phone, I can say withdraw, and then it's going to look for a QR code. Now, all I have to
machine,
do,
right?
I just walk up to this ATM, and I scan the QR code on the machine, and on my cell phone, it wants me to hit confirm. So I hit confirm, and cash comes out.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Don't even have to. I never even, you know, they offered me, I could have got an ATM card when I opened my account, which I guess if I needed to use a different bank, you know, you can only do that at your bank.
And
cardless.
only certain ATMs have cardless withdrawal.
Right.
Yeah.
But I, you know, that's why I declined. I don't need the ATM card, and I already have one for, you know, my Charles Schwab card, so I use that if I need to. But, you know, if I go to Bangkok Bank, I'm just like, I just use the cardless withdrawal. It's amazing.
I love it. Mm-hmm. Oh, you used the word amazing.
It's epic.
It's epic.
Is it? My nose is running. It's so cold up here. So all right, Rob.
In conclusion.
Yeah, closing thoughts.
Growth experience. And I mean, I can't say enough that not only did I learn about Thailand, but I learned a lot about myself. Mm-hmm. Right? Because, you know, we said that you got to just chill, right? And you just got to
you're
go
living
with the
a
flow.
simple lifestyle. I mean, I'm a little spoiled. I'm like a big baby, but Rob, I mean, this block, he'd have no problem just sleeping here. He's like a Marine. I mean, he's like he said boot camp, like he wasn't joking. I mean, this little hut we're staying in, it's pretty simple, which I find, you know, we compromised. Like, all right, we'll stay in a hut, Rob, but I have to, and we searched all over, and I finally found one with comfortable beds. But you like that bed, don't you? It's been all right. But you could have slept on a rock, right?
The location is really what I was looking for. But yeah, no, it's great. I have
this
no
guy
complaints.
can eat anything. Drink. Oh, tell him the story. So a friend of yours. So you were hanging out with you had this group of friends, these different girls and friends that in Jomtien, and you told me the story about how you'd go with them and they pick some vegetables and cook them. And you thought, oh, I'm Thai enough now. I can go do this. Tell them what happened. Tell them that story. That's a good story. We'll close it off with this one story how Rob probably could have died.
So there's this one road up Pratamnak Hill, and everybody picks vines and different leafy vegetables. And I thought, hey, that's a great idea. In fact, I want to do that too. So here I do. I got to take my bag, and I'm picking what I thought was something edible. And I had a whole big bag of it. Brought it back home, and I'm getting ready to eat. And I thought, well, maybe I should send a message to somebody who knows better, right? So I sent and Line. That's another app on your phone. You have to have Line. Mm-hmm. You can't survive here without Line.
Yeah, of course.
So I sent a text. I got a picture of this stuff. Maybe about 20 minutes later, even sooner, I got a phone call and about 5 texts. Do not eat that.
So it was close, but no cigar. So it kind of looked like what you thought.
Looked very close, yeah.
And what happens if you would have ate that?
Probably would have gotten sick. I don't know if I would have died or not, but I probably definitely would have gotten sick.
Your friend said you would have died.
Oh, yeah, she said I would have died.
All right, Rob. Well, hey, enjoy your banh mi. And this has been, I'm sure, I mean, we don't have a scale up here, but I'm sure I've lost a couple. I definitely, you know, we got, 23,000 steps yesterday. That first day, we were very close to 40,000 steps. And so, you know, we've been doing probably averaging 8 miles hiking a day.
Yeah.
So
This is good.
If you guys enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe. I'll be having, I'm so behind on my videos. I'll probably flip back to some of my other Chiang Mai ones, but then you'll see a bunch of videos with Rob in it. And you ladies, he's that shirtless guy that likes to stay shirtless, which
I got some ideas for him.
I'm gonna cut most of the shirtless shit out because I don't want that shit in my video. But I know I do have some ladies that watch the videos too, and all right, I guess
I'm gonna lighten him up.
I gotta keep you guys happy. I don't know. You don't want to see this fat gut, so you'd be happy to see somebody that's thin, not a fat ass like Greeny. But make sure you subscribe.
Cheers.
Greeny out. Oh fuck, Rob! I forgot to hit play. We got to do it again. I didn't hit play. I mean record. Yeah, I did.
I was just gonna say.
You don't fall for it like 5'5".
I learned.